Fred is an old steam tank engine. He's only a small engine, but still very strong for his age. Instead of being powered by diesel, oil, or electricity, which modern locomotives run on, Fred relies entirely on coal and water for his work. Soon, Fred could be 100 years old, but the chances of him seeing his century are fast diminishing, unless he can find a new home for himself. The future for Fred, where he is now, is very bleak indeed. All his old steam engine friends have long since gone to the scrapyard, leaving him the only steam engine left in the shed. He's only survived this long by working near a busy station, doing the jobs that the diesel didn't want to do. Even this work has now dwindled down to nearly nothing. Fred first knew things were getting grim when he heard the engine shed supervisor cancel the coal supplier. He became both sad and frightened, hiding in the darkest part of the engine shed, hoping to somehow escape the gaze of the supervisor. He knew that the scrapyard would cut him into pieces and melt him down as they had done to all his old friends. Why does nobody want me anymore? I can do the work. Is it because I'm so old? He cried to himself in the darkness. The two people he did love were his driver Sid and fireman Wally. They were father and son, and had been very good to him over many years because deep down they thought the world about Fred. There was, however, Mr. Jenkins and his associate Mr. Weasel, who hated Fred and couldn't wait to get him into the scrapyard where they worked. They pursued the destruction of Fred with a strange relish because he was the last number on their list. One fact that Jenkins and Weasel did not know, but Sid and Wally did, was that in times of drama, either happy or sad, Fred could talk. It had to be a strong situation, one way or another, but Fred could talk. The situation Fred faces now is perhaps the most desperate of his life. Something has to be said and done if he's to survive at all. The day of reckoning is very close by, and Fred knows it. I wish you wouldn't leave that blooming aspect, but I keep tumbling over it.
You can see it all right, can't you?
You're so damned untidy, lad. I don't know what your mother would say if she was still living. God bless her. Heaven only knows.
I'll get Fred a good clean out, ready for skating up there.
Yeah. We've not on our work schedule today, but we'll keep him in good order. We might have some work tomorrow. I do hope so. The engine shed supervisor walked down the tracks with a sullen expression on his face. He paused to look at the depleted coal stock. He moved on to enter the darkness of the shed. Sid and Wally paused in their work as he approached.
Good morning, Sid.
Morning.
I've come to have a word with you before we meet Jenkins and Weasel.
Oh, Lord. And them two coming down here again, bothering us.
I'm afraid so, and this time they really mean business. There's no I can't delay them any longer.
They're just like a couple of moving vultures.
Aye, actually, I suppose they'll tell us when Fred here has to go to the scrapyard. But the point is, will you two lads take him on his last trip? Now, I know it's not very pleasant for you, but...
Yeah, Wally and I'll take him in. If that's what everybody wants.
That's very kind. Now, could you steam him up and take him onto the sidings and clean him up, because I'm sure James would love to see his prize in daylight. Oh, he'll be here about 11 o'clock, so I'll see you on the sidings when he gets here, okay?
Okay.
By the way, I've enrolled you for diesel training starting next week. Cheers.
Cheers. So Sid and Wally prepared to steam up Fred. Wally lit a fire in his firebox, while Sid went round with a big oil can and checked all the oil boxes of moving parts. Soon Fred began to hiss and sizzle as the steam built up in his boiler. They eventually sat on the footplate to have a mug of tea each from the hot water in Fred's boiler. Please help me, Sid and Wally. I don't want to go for scrap.
How can we, Fred? You know we would have been good.
Somebody somewhere must want a steam engine like me.
We'd have you, Fred. But there's not a lot of room in our backyard. And you wouldn't be happy just stood there, would you?
I'm doomed. I know it.
Just hang on, old mate. We'll see what transpires when Jenkins and Wheels have been. Come on. We'll take you down to the side.
I've dreaded this day.
We all are, Fred.